So friends, we are going to be rounding to the nearest 10 on this video. When we round, we are using a vertical number line. There are 3 points that we're concerned about, the 2 endpoints and the midpoint. A few rules. When we're rounding to the nearest 10, the ones place must equal 0. We have to have a multiple of 10. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and so on. If we're rounding the number 23, we're going to look at the tens place, and the 10 that we see there is the one that's going to be on the bottom of our number line. 23 is a little bit more than 20 and not yet 30. So I'm going to add 10 to my 20. 20 plus 10 is 30. There's a space of 10 ones between 20 and 30. The halfway point, half of that is 5, so I'm going to add 5 to 20 to put 25 as my midpoint. 23 is between 20 and 25. If I put 4 tick marks, that separates it into my ones. Now I can count. I can go 20, 21, 22, 23 is going to live right about there. And I'm going to label that as 23. Now I can see that 23 is closer to 20 than it is to 30. 30 is much further away than 20. So I see that it rounds down to 20. I'm going to say 23 is approximately, that's the symbol for approximately or about 20. Let's try another one. Let's round 56. Again, I'm going to use my vertical number line. I have my 3 reference points. I'm going to look for my tens place is 50. 56 is a little bit more than 50 and less than 60, so my lower endpoint is going to be 50. I'm going to add 10 to that to get my upper 10 is 60. Midpoint between 50 and 60, add 5 to 50 is 55. And now I have to plot 56. 56 lives somewhere in this region over here. So I can make my little tick marks, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I can see 55, 56 lives over here. 56 is closer to 60 than it is to 50. So 56 will round up to 60. Now there is a unique situation that I'll show on the next page. Let's round 15. Again, I'm going to draw my vertical number line, put my 3 reference points. My lower end point, I look at my tens place, will be 10. I'm going to add 10 to 10 to figure out what my next reference point will be, my end point. And that will be 10 plus 10 is 20. Halfway between 10 and 20 is 15. So this is going to be 15. Now when I plot my 15, I find that it's right here. It must round either to 10 or to 20. It cannot round to 15 because 15 is not a multiple of 10. The multiple of 10, again, are 10, 20, 30, 40, etc. And here we have 10 and 20. It must round either to 10 or to 20. It cannot round to 15. 15 is not closer to 10 or closer to 20. It's right between the two of them. So mathematicians around the world came to an agreement. And that agreement is that if it's halfway or more, then we round up. Okay, so it's something that everybody in the world does. Not because it's closer to 20, but because to make life simple for everybody, we all follow the same rule. So 15 is going to round up to 20. Again, it's a rule that was created. 15 is not closer to 20 and not closer to 10. It rounds up because it is on the halfway point. So if it's halfway or more, in this example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 would all round to 20. One other situation that we're going to talk about is if it is a multiple of 10. Let's say we are rounding the number 30 to the nearest 10. We have our 3 reference points. We're looking at our 10. We're putting 30 here. The next one would be 40 and 35 in between. 30 lives right here. 30's closest multiple is 30. It's not 40. It's not 20 below. It is 30. So 30 rounds to itself. So 30 is 30. In that case, you don't have to put the approximate sign. Okay, so review this. And if you have any further questions, please ask. Make sure you understand how to round to the closest 10. Oh, you know what? Let me do one more. Because this also applies if we have hundreds. So let's say we're rounding 189 to the closest 10. Again, we're going to make our vertical number line. We're going to look at the tens place. I'm going to put my 80 here. However, I cannot ignore my hundreds place. I must keep the 100. So if I add 10 to 180, I get 190. Halfway between 180 and 190 is 185. So now I can plot my 189. 189 is going to live somewhere over here. I can put my tick marks in, or I can just say it's going to be somewhere around there. 189. And now I can see that it rounds up to 190. So 189 is approximately 190. If we want to round down using 100, let's say I have 212 and I want to round to the closest 10. Again, my vertical number line, my 3 reference points. I look at my tens place. I need my 10. However, I cannot ignore my 200. I'm going to put 200 in front of it. 210 plus 10 is 220. Halfway in between is 215. Now I'm going to plot my 12. My 212 is going to live somewhere over here. I'll put my tick marks in. And I find that 112 lives right over here. Or 212. 212 lives right over here. And I can see that 210 rounds down to 210. It does not round up to 220. So this rounds down. 212 is approximately 210. All right. So review the video. If you have any questions, please ask.